Hi, this time I'm going to say some points on the Jo. I can't cover everything because, you know, after I've made the film I'll go inside and I'll think, oh, why didn't I say this, why didn't I say that? But the points I'm giving you are common ones that I see from all over the world, and people who think they're following the Iwama weapons may have lots of these points, every one actually, and more. But my job is to polish you and to make you better, and in turn Saito Sensei will be happy that instead of his Iwama weapons and the ones those Sensei taught him are not getting destroyed, but they're actually getting polished and made better. And in time you'll feel at one with your weapons, and then it becomes more spiritual, become more lighter and happier in life, because you're starting to become one with more than just a Ken and a Jo, but the universe hopefully itself and others around you. Okay, so I'm going to try to cover a few points on the Jo. The biggest bugbear that I get is I never saw Saito Sensei do this, and yet I see his students, I don't care if they're 6th, 7th dans or what dans they are, very few get the point correct. I have a lot of Jo films out there, and I started thinking I better make some Ken ones because that seems to be Jo heavy on my YouTube channel. Anyhow, the first thing is, when you're about to start, I get annoyed with people. They got their Jo, they put it down, they look to see where it should go. In my book I say this is a human being weakness, not a martial artist's attitude. I never see Saito Sensei looking down, so please check yourself, video yourself, check. So this is no good. When they've finished, say, a kata, I see this again. So watch the film on YouTube. My dog's decided to talk to us, but that's okay. Aikido in daily life. So please look at these points. That's don't look down. You should know where your Jo is. All right? If you're insecure and you do need to look down, well, look down, but know that you're doing it out of an act. So I'm going to look down. Oh, it's not quite right. I need to move it, 3 centimeters. It wasn't worth really the trouble to be that paranoid. Okay, your arm is the same as if your hand was over your foot. So you don't need to look down. I know I'm going on a lot about this, but look at these other Iwama teachers. It sounds like I'm really saying, look, I'm the best, and they're not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they haven't learnt the weaknesses. As superb as their Aikido is, the thing with me is I'm dyslexic, so I've had to really sort of work it out what I get from Saito Sensei. And he used to teach us more perhaps off the mat than he did on it. But he would tell you a lot of stories in the evenings, but certain things, But he never said about looking down. There's something I've observed. I've also observed this from high-ranked teachers. That the hand's too loose. If you can't close it, bring it up. If it has to be here and it's loose, bring it up. Okay? You need to have the whole hand around the Jo. The whole hand. This is the next thing, and this comes from the Ken problem, the trigger fingers. The fingers, again, they should be closed or just a little. They shouldn't have this finger. I notice it a lot on number 9 and the 31 Calcutta. They do this. It should be. If you get it right, it won't go all the way round. It won't completely close, but you don't want it straight. The other thing is on a Ushiro ski, a lot of people, so they know where the end of the Jo is, they put their thumb on it. This is not Aiki-Jo. This is from Jodo Musuru. It's another martial art. So please, if you check to make sure you're not doing this. So a little bit, but not much with the fingers. The next problem, there's lots of problems. They might not be in the order that they should be in, but you'll have to work them out. A lot of people pick the Jo up. They go down a little way, they pick it up off the ground. If another Jo is working with you, you're doing Kumi-Jo, they could knock that out of your hand. You go down, they can knock it out of your hand. So don't pick it up. Again, that's lazy because you don't realise that you have to work. You have to perhaps do yoga even to achieve it. The fingers start here. You enter forward a little bit and you keep going forward. So it's the motion. See? Don't turn the body too sideways. I'm looking here now, I'm not looking there, so this is abnormal, this is not natural. Sensei's Aikido was very simple. Sato Sensei said, we make it complicated, us. Sensei's Aikido was natural. Hey. I've said on other films, this hand needs to come past you, not here. On the Ushiro ski, number 3, just when you put your Jo down, just put it outside the foot a little. Let your hand judge where you are, not your eyes. You don't need to look down. The time the hand is flat is when it's under the arm, it's in the direction of the pit of their stomach. This is the only Ushiro ski out of the 20 where you don't look behind you. You keep your head forward or slightly to the side. It's supposed to be a poke toward people off who you sense are getting too close to you. So don't look back. Kaishizuki, same thing. Don't bring the body round. Don't bring the body round to get the Jo. This gap at this end, don't make it too big. Let these two fingers, they're the important two. The others are not so important when gripping. So you don't want these to be loose, whereas the wrong end is gripping. Okay? These can be a little bit more loose. It's very difficult. Nothing's easy in Aikido, is it? The same as with the Ken, Shomnichi Komi. Are the elbows out? Can you keep the elbows in? Is it high or is it low? Try to feel the energy going upwards. On the Renzoku Uchikomi, feel that you're hitting a rubber ball or rubber tyre on the first cut to give you the energy to naturally let it go into the second cut. And the hands do the same as if you had it with Ken. Feel that bounce. Keep the Jo in front of your centre. Keep the Jo in front of your centre. Do not let it come off the side of your head, come straight down your nose. Do not turn the body so that the Jo is outside of your body line, in front of your centre. Number 9. All these points you'll find in my Jo Suburis. They're all on YouTube, they're all numbered, so you can go to any number and it will tell you the weaknesses in there. Okay, so the things that are important are number 9. You must look first. And then ski. Don't ski leaving the Jo near your face. It must go past. There's different skis. There's some on this level where they must go past in case somebody hits it. Not there. Or else if they hit it, look what's going to happen. Okay. Or here, above the head. If you're not going to go all the way past different skis, then you need to be above the head so that it turns. Another weak point is a ski and then a block. This is too close again to the head. The hands are too close. Look. Remember the points from the Ken. Are these too wide? Can you keep them in? Wide's okay as long as you know you don't let them just become free. You know, it's keep them as close as you can. So here's the problem I see. It looks all okay, but it's too close to the head, and it's like sitting back on this bar stool that I was talking about with the Ken. You'll find that if you keep doing that, it'll feel like you've got to start the techniques all the time. It should be able to be a continuous flow. Push it up high, get your energy flowing, get your adrenaline going. One day you'll connect and it will be like connecting into the Kokyu. So think of the heaven, going up to the heavens. When it feels good, speed will come. You don't have to find speed. front of your centre. Now sometimes with the Jo you'll find that the bent leg is a little bit bent. As long as you're not sort of resting on it, then that's fine, as long as you're not resting on it. Katata Toma Uch. You catch it, and again the hand is not here with his finger. The hand is open when it catches it, but it swiftly closes. It's in exactly the same position as number 9 in the 31. Now, in the early days, Saito Sensei used to take it much further back. Like this. But now, if you do the 4th Kumi-Jo, what he introduced, you'll find that the body has to twist to get that position, that final position. So if it goes too far behind you, you'll find that the body has to sort of twist. If you put it in the same position as number 9 in the 31, it'll be on a line of your body, the line of your body. So as you move in, this line, look, it's fitting my body. It's fitting my body. It might save a millisecond or two, but it's alignment. So sometimes, you know, in the early films you'll see that and you'll be saying Tony's contradicting what I see Saito Sensei doing. Remember what I said, I was with him for 27 years, or following him for that long, and he changed a lot, and I suppose I've looked at it, I don't know how others look at it, but these are the points that I'm trying to say what I found. If I can remember it's this side for number 9 in the 31, then it's easy to remember this side for Katata Toma Uch, isn't it? You know, if I've got this one, and sometimes this one, I've got to try and remember 2 things. So by doing the 4th Kumi-Jo, try it, and if you do that then, and see if it helps. Let me think what else there is. This hand is usually open, but when you're at the top, it then closes when you bring it down. Elbow, trigger fingers. Okay, so there'll be lots of points there, and I could go on, but if you get that, then lots of things will you'll start noticing weaknesses in all the Suburis. You'll start noticing things that you're adding in there that you perhaps don't need to. There's all sorts of things with the Ken and Jo that are similar. So I'll do that again just so you can see it shapes of my body. It shapes of my body. tried to cover sort of a range of Jo things there that I'd like you to work on, and once you get this energy going, it will get you somewhere. This is the 6th Jo kata, usually good for beginners, but it'll be good for you to just check yourself for a few things. You know, are the fingers out? You know, is the block high enough? Are you looking down every time you stop? Are you looking down? Are you picking it up? Are you going to it? Are you 50-50? Do you remember the Ken? The 3rd Suburi? Are you 50-50? Are you leaning forward? So when you send in the videos, if you send in the videos, please send them in one at a time. As far as the Ken, well, or separate them anyway if you send them all together. Get a YouTube channel if you haven't got one. Put them on YouTube. Send me the link, and then I can just click on the link, look at them, and I can make notes and let you know what I see. And if it's all satisfactory, then you'll get the different levels that you're working towards. Everybody has to start at level 1 because to me Suburi is the most important thing. The Awase practices are just, as I said, the Ken. In the Ken's case, they're just the Suburis in motion. With the Jo, it's much more perhaps exciting. You've got katas, Suburis, Kumi-Jos, Kentai-Jos. It just goes on forever. But you will find stop-starts and difficult to move if you've got a lot of these stopping the technique and having to restart it again. Okay, so I hope that helps, and I will add to these films as I feel fit. Thank you for your time. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.